not from the outside in.
So even when they do break it for 2 seconds.
But Jaffe, hear me out. You're right.
Sir.
They're not in a better position.
But you're supposed to block from the inside out, not from the outside in.
But the quarterback is further away, right? Because they're already, when the quarterback is under center, they're already missing their blocking assignments, right? So that's already happening. So now, as a coordinator, I have to get the quarterback out of harm's way, right? I need to get him further away from the line to where he doesn't have to make those 3 steps. Because as he's making that 3-step drop,
line him up in Wildcat. Line him up in Wildcat.
Or that, yeah. But I mean, you got to do something.
Shotgun, Wildcat, quick pitch. There's a lot of things you can do.
This is why I'm against if you have a bad line lining up in shotgun, because I'm a D lineman. This is what I know. When you're in shotgun, I don't have to think. Most likely, I don't have to think whether you're going to run or pass. I know in my mind you're going to pass, so I'm rushing up the field. If you're under center, I have to think. No.
Jaffe, listen. Jaffe is 100% right, because listen, the one reason why I despise shotgun, and even though I gotta run it sometimes, but the one reason I despise it is because the ball is never out. Ball the entire time. When you're under center, he has to find the ball. In a shotgun, he ain't got to find the ball. He can look at the ball from the time it's snapped until you give it to where the fuck you're giving it to. He can see the ball. That's why I myself despise shotgun, because the ball is never out of the linebacker's view. That's why I do not like it.
I understand that. I understand that.
What your options are very much they're dwindled. I don't even play action. I see it, just like Coach said. I see it coming. Like there's no confusion. I know what's going on. So when you take that confusion away, and I could just run and hit, you're done. You're done.
How? We were already doing that. My quarterback was already getting smacked around, whether he was in shotgun, under center. He was already getting smacked around. That's why I need to drop him 3 steps or 3 yards away from the offensive line, so he doesn't have to worry about
what I will do is
making that 3-step drop.
What I will do is, like Bag just said, I'm going to turn my weakness into a strength. I know you motherfuckers can't block off the line, so I'm gonna let the front line come through, and I'm gonna dump screens all right behind y'all, and I'm gonna let them go block linebackers and center.
That's what I had originally said. Screen play all day. I'm running screens, and there's ways around it. I didn't see Justin Herbert motion. So, and them D linemen gonna get tired, and they're gonna get more tired. They're gonna run them boys all the way down. And I didn't see Justin Herbert motion his tight end not one time in that fourth quarter.
Another way is not necessarily no huddle, but an up tempo. So now the difference between a no huddle and up tempo is we are just running to the line of scrimmage so you can't sub. Right. I'm still going to use this 40-second play clock.
Yeah, still going to
use this.
And I'm gonna run you, boy. I'm gonna run you, boys.
But because I ran to the line of scrimmage, you can't risk sending nobody on and off this field. You see what I'm saying? You got to keep your same personnel on this fucking field.
Not only tired. Them
not only
tired.
that, though, Common, is when you do that hurry up to where they can't sub. Now you're dictating when the ball's going to be.
Hold on, put that one up there. Best head coaches in each division.
So
put that board
when
up.
When the defensive coordinator is calling in, he said, "Not Zach Taylor." Is hilarious. Yeah, when you're in a hurry up and you hurry up and get to the line. That stops them.
So
from
Kellen
getting-
Moore is the best head coach in the NFC South. Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with that. I
Who's
don't.
better?
Who's in the South? Who's in the South? You got
Who's better?
Todd Bowles.
You got
Yeah,
Todd
nobody-
Bowles. Atlanta doesn't
nobody
have a
Atlanta.
head coach, and then you got the head coach in Carolina.
Who's that? That's
So yeah, I would
I think
say
it's time.
yeah, I would
Hey,
say
y'all,
Kellen Moore is probably the best coach in the South. Yeah.
yeah,
Yo,
but the
if
fault.
you think about it, he might be the best.
Yeah. Look what he did with the look at the quarterback.
oh,
Everybody nobody gave credit to the
Yeah.
quarterback out there.
That's true.
Look what's going on with the quarterback. Okay, look what he's done with that team. Everybody was like, "Oh, they're gonna have so much depth. They're gonna." They won. They put together a little string of games. And he won some games this year, guys. And nobody gave him credit for doing that.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to give credit when credit's due.
But
I agree with
I
Josh.
do
Why
know. I
is
do
Liam
feel like
Cohen-
no, but I do feel like them putting Vrabel ahead of McDermott for one season is kind of inaccurate. That's all. It's kind of inaccurate.
and why is Liam Cohen above?
I'm gonna say, look,
Give
I
me
don't
Ferrari.
think Ben Johnson
Yeah.
should be the best
Liam
one.
Cohen
You
should
telling me
not
he
be
better
over-
than Sean? Then Todd McClure. I'm Todd McClure. I mean McFleur.
Matt
What,
LaFleur.
Sean McFleur?
Matt LaFleur.
Oh, Matt,
Telling me that Ben Johnson in one season is better than McFleur.
Maybe, yeah.
All them times that McFleur took in the
Maybe
team to
they're
the
talking about
playoffs.
this season.
Ben
Maybe
Johnson
they're
does
just
it
talking
one
about this
season. He's
season.
better.
yeah. I'm about to say. Maybe
I don't think they're talking about the totality of it.
Because I could listen. I can't listen. I can't give flowers for a coach for one season. Not
I can't
over
get
coaches.
Liam Cohen
can't do
over old boy in Houston.
Yeah,
Boy,
he's
exactly.
around.
Taking his
That's
team
what
to
Matt
the
just
playoffs
said.
with a straight
Right,
job.
yeah, this
What
gotta
are you
be
talking
this
about?
gotta but see this doesn't even make sense because one season did Andy Reid was really the best coach this season in the AFC West?
No.
No, Andy Reid, I can say, yeah, because of his
No.
longevity and what he's
No.
done. He's the best coach in
No.
he's the best
No.
coach in the AFC
But see,
West.
what I'm saying is those
I'm a Bronco fan and I'm saying he's the best coach in the AFC
Well,
West.
then you're out of pocket.
No.
yeah,
we're talking
hey,
about
hey,
this.
right, so
We're
do you,
not
but
talking
hey,
about-
hey, I'm keep saying, hey, right on, we can ride together, bro.
Sean Payton is definitely the best coach in that division.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this though.
I can't.
Where you are
I can't
correct.
say
He
that somebody
probably
who's
is the
won
best
Super
one in
Bowl
the
3
AFC
times.
West. He's the best one in the AFC West, but that this cannot be going off of this year alone because
Exactly. I'm saying if we're
while
going,
he
if we're
might
going
be
off
the
a
best one
career,
this
if we're
year,
going off a
he's
career,
not the best one
Andy
this year.
Reid is better than Sean Payton.
Right, but here's the thing. This is where it gets tricky. It can't be going off of career because this is Liam Cohen's first fucking year, and
Right.
they got D'Amico Ryan.
Or maybe it's
Right.
Yeah,
projection.
D'Amico
Maybe-
Ryan, there's nowhere in the world you got Liam Cohen.
And they
And
can't be going off
Harbaugh
of
John
this
Harbaugh
year.
ain't done shit for the Giants yet. So I
Right,
don't know
and
how
they
we
can't be
got that
going
job.
off this year because, like you said, Harbaugh just got signed. Reid
Yeah, maybe
is
it's projection.
second worst team in the AFC. So this,
Oh yeah,
it's gotta be
it's
projected.
projected.
It has to be.
What up, y'all?
And the only reason
Yeah,
they got
I don't respect
and the only
projections.
reason Zach
Ain't
Taylor
nobody
there,
miss Cleo.
that's the
I
only team.
can't do that.
Because Cincinnati's the only team with a head coach right now in that division.
Exactly.
Right.
And the only reason I give it to Mike Vrabel because Vrabel got a history of taking his
Coach,
team to
which
the
is
playoffs.
crazy, bro.
Vrabel got a
I know,
history
right,
of taking
John?
his team to the playoffs.
Any crazy job?
Otherwise,
It's
it'd be
Crazy.
Sean
I never
McDermott.
saw that
Hey,
happening,
Joe,
bro.
we love it.
Hey, coach. Hey, coach.
Nah, but Zach Taylor was supposed to get fired too. That whole
I
division
know.
was that all.
That's the
Right.
Bengals.
Our whole
No,
division
that
was
why-
so
it was, hold on, whoa.
The
It wasn't
only
a Bengal
reason
move.
why he
It
did
wasn't a
not get
Bengal move.
fired.
It was a Joe Burrow move. I guarantee they went to Joe Burrow and asked him.
They always
He
get
said,
their
"Nah,
coaches, though. They did the same
That's
thing
the
with
only
Marvin
reason
Lewis,
that they
too.
didn't fire
I
him is
promise
because
you,
the other
Joe
three
Burrow's the
teams in
person-
the AFC, the other three teams in the division fired their coaches, and they kept their coach to keep the continuity and try to get ahead.
I
That's the only reason
understand,
they
but I
kept him.
guarantee you, Joe
Yeah.
Burrow.
If
Joe
he don't
Burrow
do
had
nothing this year,
say so with that.
if
Joe Burrow
he
said
don't-
something.
Yeah,
If Joe
maybe,
Burrow
maybe.
was dissatisfied with Taylor, they would.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey,
maybe.
y'all,
We gotta
hey,
look.
y'all,
We
hey,
gotta
y'all,
look. I
let's-
kind of
hey, y'all.
compare them with the San Francisco 49ers.
Yo,
Like, we
let's-
don't look at Zach as a defensive. He's an offensive coach. Same thing with Shanahan. He's not a
Y'all, let's
defensive
just
coach.
say what it is, man.
So we
Let's say
can't
what it
blame
is.
that part on Zach.
He got a manila envelope with pictures and tape. If you fire me, dog, I'm posting.
That man said a manila envelope with pictures and tape.
Yeah, he got something.
He got.
Certain teams
Denver
got
Buffalo,
sent from a
guys.
manila
Hey, we got
envelope.
somebody on YouTube, Stanley, asking Denver Buffalo. What do you guys think? Let's talk about this Denver Buffalo game. What do you guys think about this game? Let's get
I
into
got
this.
Denver, baby.
Hey, real
I
quick.
got Broncos.
Hey,
I had them
Coach.
24-21.
Yo, what's up,
Hey, Coach.
Scotty?
Remind me later to explain why. Earlier when y'all talking about the shotgun and the back in the sidecar, and what the vision does to a linebacker. Remind me later. Right now I'm on a business call, but I am listening to y'all. Just remind me later. I'll do more explaining about that
All right,
and how we manipulate the vision of a linebacker. I'll talk to y'all later.
Absolute Scotty. Scotty, I know enough to know when I don't know enough. So I'll be listening to y'all.
Hey, Job, it's all love. It's all love. It's all love. You know that.
Yeah.
But that's why Rod was Scotty, right? Because he like, I know he always joke and say, I'm just here to learn, but whole time, like when he hears something, you know what I mean, he want to add his 2 cents. Like, you want to make sure we pay attention.
Hey,
Thank you.
He clocked in for real.
Listen. This is why I always say, this is what, I ain't gonna hold you, but this is why I always pat myself on the back as a coach. Because I know I don't know every motherfucking thing, dog. I can learn anything from anybody.
Right.
That's why I consider myself as a good coach.
I'm always,
I know I don't know everything. I don't know everything.
I don't know everything about football, right? But I do know what I know. And when somebody tries to tell me I don't know what I know, now I got a problem. But I'm always willing to learn when I don't know.
Damn it, I know everything. Now,
Look, we'll start.
You can't know more than me.
No, I know one-on-one.
Stanley, I got Denver, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I like Denver.
One-on-one, we're going to start with you. Break down whatever your keys are for the Denver Bronco game. Keys for Broncos winning, keys for Denver winning, and who you got?
Who we starting with?
You mean Broncos and
Broncos and
Bills. The Bills.
Well, I think the key for the Broncos is to run the ball. I think RJ Harvey is very effective, whether he's coming out the backfield, they throwing the ball at him, or just get him started and get him hot. I think the Broncos have a great defense, and they have the team in terms of, that typical physical style defense and offense to grind the game out. Because what I would say is keeping the ball out of Josh Allen's hands is very important, and running the ball helps that, right? Especially when you have a good defense. And with the Bills, honestly, it all boils down to the same thing. They have to run the ball, right? They went against a great rushing defense last week. Even though the Broncos aren't as good, they're still a well-rounded defense. And they just have to just have a game plan and be consistent, because usually the Bills are good at figuring stuff out. But again, Josh Allen can do it, but I just don't want to. If I'm a coach, I don't want to just put the game on just Josh Allen again. You know what I'm saying? You can have that luxury of having him, but James Cook definitely have to get started. I think when you're going against a Patrick Surtain and defense like that, you need balance, and James Cook has to help. Everybody has to step up, honestly. O-line been playing great. I think having Kincaid and Knox. And again, a lot of people's not talking about it, and I understand Surtain is playing. Khalil Shakir stepped up. I haven't seen Khalil Shakir all year have the type of game he had last week. If he can ride that momentum, I think the Bills is going to be very explosive against a great defense. You know what I'm saying? So I think, I feel like the Bills can win. But both teams have to have the same game plan. Just run the ball and just keep the ball out the quarterback hand.
Real quick. I want to report one-on-one step. Fuck that. Put the ball in Josh Allen's hand. He's
Hold on, don't
Mr.
you have a chance to make a comment? Why you don't let that man finish? You gonna get a chance just like everybody else is. Come on, man. Be respectful.
Yeah,
Fires, what's up?
Who are you talking to?
Go ahead, fine.
All right, next person, man.
Yo, who you?
I
Bro,
agree to the point. I agree.
you got that, big dog.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, go ahead, Fire. What's up? What
I
you got?
think
Go ahead,
that
fine.
running
Denver
the ball,
Bills.
the Bills don't have a good run defense. Am I wrong? I believe that's the biggest genius in the league for run.
It's hard
However,
to hear you,
You
Caleb.
sound muffled.
Caleb, it's hard to hear you.
oh, hold on. Can you hear me now?
No.
Oh my god, let me mute them.
It sounds like I'm in your conscience, like I'm like in your brain. Like,
Yeah.
no, it got worse.
Oh my god, let me just see you come back.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna go then.
Yeah.
Bills and Broncos. Definitely the Bills are gonna, if they want to win this game, they're gonna have to score fast and in a hurry. Noticing that there's
He got a phone call.
God dang.
no. That was just the but no. I said the Bills are definitely, they want to win this game, they're gonna have to score fast and put some points on the board quick. Seeing that they're like a second half, I view them as a second half team, especially defensively. They always wait to the last minute to pull out the stops. And if you're in Denver, you're definitely all cylinders gonna have to be a go. They're gonna have to stop Josh Allen before he gets hot. You want to hold on Josh Allen to get hot into the second half instead of early on in the game. Because once he gets hot, he's hot. So ultimately, I'm gonna give the edge to the Broncos. I think Josh Allen shits the bed once again.
Oh, Joppy, or you, King Joppy?
For the Bills, I'm gonna start with the Bills. I think they have to be married to the run game, and while the run game is so important, is it sets up the play action in Josh Allen. I think it makes them so multiple where you can't hone in on one certain thing, which I think it makes both James Cook and Josh Allen as good as they can be. Now that's the synopsis for the Bills. For the Broncos, I think they have to play well defensively in every arena. In my opinion, they have to stop the run, and I don't have any aspersions about how they have to rush the passer. They must be what they were in the regular season, rushing the passer. Offensively, I don't think just like the Eagles, I don't think they'll be any different than they were in the regular season. They'll be a somewhat average or maybe above average offense. It's going to really rely on the defense and how Bo Nix plays down to downs, especially third downs and big plays. Not necessarily just throwing the ball down the field, but when they need you to make a pass, you got to make a play. That's what I think. And I think eventually, even if both happen for both teams, I think if the Bills do what they're supposed to do, even if the Denver Broncos do what they're supposed to do, I think the Bills win.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Hold on, Fires. We gotta go back and watch that. We're gonna come back to you. Me myself, I think the key is for Denver offensively, get Harvey in the game. Get Harvey in the game early, running and passing. Get them both. Put them in space with the passing. In the flat, maybe going across the middle and have get them matched up with a linebacker. Get the run game going. Try to establish the run game. Take what the defense gives you. Don't be greedy. If they give you 3 yards, take your 3 yards. Go to the next play. They give you 2 yards, take your 2 yards. Go to the next play. Play smart situational football. Defensively, the Broncos have to tighten up the middle of that field. That's been their Achilles heel this season. is tight ends and running backs in the middle of the field. They've had a hard time matching up with that coverage. So I think they tighten the middle of the field. I think they're pretty much solid everywhere else. But I think that middle of the field is an Achilles heel, and they have to tighten that up. Buffalo, somebody else said it earlier, get Cook going early, take the weight off of Josh, so he doesn't have to put a Superman cape on.
Yeah.
Keep Josh, so he doesn't have to put his cape on. If he has to put his cape on, I'm not gonna be honest with you. Putting his cape on is kind of scary because he can put his cape on and try to do too much and completely, shit the bed because he's trying to put his cape because he had to put his cape on do too much, or he didn't put the cape on and he shit the bed and didn't do too much. So I mean, it can go both ways. But I think getting the tight ends involved, because like I said, Denver has a hard time covering over the middle of the field, getting Cook going, and taking their shots downfield when they present themselves with Coleman and Shakir. I think that's how the offense will get over their defense. I think defensively they have to. This is what's the name's first playoff game this season. It's only his second season. There's still, I think there's still some defense he hasn't seen yet. So what I would do is I would keep him guessing, keep throwing different formations out there for him to read. Don't make it hard for him to adjust to what you're doing to your scheme. Show him something, then come out of it. Don't show him something and then all of a sudden it's there. Keep them guessing. But I think that's the keys to both teams. That's how I see, both teams, coming out, and if they get it done, those will be the keys to them getting it done. Doing those things. Go ahead, Bat.
Hey, Ray McBee, am I allowed to speak yet, L? Hey, Ray.
Go ahead, yo, Bat.
No. I gotta get permission from Ray McBee.
He was holding out.
Debo, stall him out, Debo. Stall him out, Debo.
Hey, Ray,
he was holding on to
Ray
that for a
McBee,
second.
come back. Come off a teacup.
Yo, stall him out, Debo.
Nah, fuck that.
He tucked his chain bag.
Oh, no, don't duck. Don't
He was
duck.
talking greasy.
Yo,
there we
stall
go.
him out, Debo.
I'm here. Okay. Understand, when I said that, I said, let that man,
with the beach cruiser.
it was his turn. Let him keep speaking, but you interrupted him. That's what I was trying to tell you. You interrupted him at half sentence.
I literally waited till
Now
he
it's
was
your
done.
turn. Speak your mind.
Right. Okay,
He's
so
the
that's what I
host.
was waiting for. I needed your permission. Cool.
No, it's not about
stall him
permission.
out,
It's about.
Debo.
I'm saying it's about respect.
It wasn't.
You know-
I didn't cut him off. Right. I
Yeah, you
waited till
did.
he was
Yes, you
done.
did, sir. He wasn't finished.
Let's just talk. Let's just get back.
Yeah, that's how we gonna do it now.
Stall him out, Debo.
That's how we gonna do it now.
You gotta get back. You gotta get his chain back.
Let me have these games, bro.
He had to get his chain back.
Yeah, man.
Nah, stall him out,
Bag,
Debo.
hey, I love you, bro. Go ahead, man.
But no, listen. I disagree. I think Josh Allen needs the ball in his hands, right? Everybody say he did less with more last year to win that MVP, right? So why are we scared to put the ball in Mr. MVP hands, right? Like, if we gonna be there, we gotta get there all the way. We can't pump fake. We can't just give him this shit and then say, oh no, James Cook, you be the guy. Sure. In the sense of they need to establish the running game to keep the defense honest, 100%. But when the ball needs to be put in the end zone for the game, I do not want to see it be the buck get passed to anybody else but Josh Allen. That's the first and foremost, because that's all I wanted to retort about one-on-ones piece. But in the game scheme, if you don't establish the run with James Cook to keep that defense honest, and they get to just pin their ears back and go head hunting for Josh Allen, you're falling right into the trap of what the Broncos need to win, right? Now, vice versa on the other side. Is Sean Payton going to go with the same scheme and game plan last year? And that was they passed the ball, passed the sticks 10 yards or more, the most they ever did in the playoff game to any other game last year. And I will rightfully admit, Bo Nix was not as good as he is now than he was last year. So if he goes with the same game plan, I have a lot more faith that Bo Nix will be able to be successful in it, right? Especially if he can, get him in a moving pocket and roll out. So, they can't just jump off the line. RJ Harvey's going to have, whether it's short passes out the backfield or, big runs coming from the run game. You want Buffalo to stack the box because they have a great pass defense. So if you can get one of the safeties to drop down and you can get 1v1 matchups with Mims, Troy Franklin, Cortland Sutton, and who is the tight end? Then he came from Jacksonville. Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
Evan Ingram, yeah. You got guys that if they get the ball in their hands in open field on 1v1, you can break it out, especially Mims. A lot of people sleep on Marvin Mims, bro. But if he can get a 1v1 matchup with a stacked box, oh yeah, you could go over the top all day long. But I got Denver 28-17 is the match, is the game. Is the score.
Okay. Right. What you got for me, baby?
Now, first, without saying anything wrong, that was phenomenal. That was a phenomenal take right there. I waited all day for that take, and that was phenomenal. And that's just not trying to blow smoke up. That was just very, very good, sir.
I appreciate it.
And I'm just saying that. I'm like, that was very, very and that was cool to wait on. I was like, look, I don't even know if I can top that one. I was like, I'm trying to think, how can I sound better than that? You messed me up for a second. I wish I would have went before you. Damn. No, let's start off with Denver. One, we have to keep the penalties down to 5 because we've given too many free yards and free first downs to teams over the season because of that. Because of we're one of the most penalizing teams in the NFL. And that has hurt us when it comes that's a combination of why some of these games have been very close.
Ray, real
because
quick,
of that.
Are you a Denver fan?
I am a Bronco fan.
Okay, that's all right, cool.
So I do pay attention to all that. Too, a gentleman said up north that Denver doesn't have that much of a running defense. We got the number 2 running defense behind Jacksonville. So can we hold up? We had one big game where we gave up 165 yards to Taylor. After that, the next best person was 75 yards to Josh Jacobs. Everybody else was 60 or less this season. So I think we can hold ground with that. The idea, like I said, it has to be not. I wouldn't say mistake-free football, but no turnovers when it comes to the Broncos. The turnovers are a crushing blow to any team, especially the Broncos. Now going with Buffalo, yeah, it requires. Like I'm with my man. It needs to be in Josh Allen's hands all the time. He needs to do the Superman thing that he did, just like what he did with Jacksonville. Now, I guess that's all I gotta say because you don't said everything.
All right, hey Fire, hey Peter, you gonna go after Fire? Hey Fire, what you got?
So, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
That's as best it's gonna get. We can hear you.
Okay, so here's the thing about Denver. I'm gonna start with Denver. The problem I have with them is that they don't play 4 quarters of football most of the season. You know what I mean? Like they haven't been doing that. They've been playing like half-assed like the first 3 quarters, and then they come out in the fourth. I want to see them play all four quarters of football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And then with the Buffalo, the Buffalo's weakness, which everyone's saying, is their run on the defense, is their run defense.
Mm-hmm.
If you can expose that, I think you're as good as you get. And I don't really, to be honest with you guys, I don't really know much about Buffalo, Denver, other than they're pretty good. But I do know that Denver's got a pretty good defense, and that if they can hold Josh Allen from like using his legs, because I know that's one of Josh Allen's biggest things is his legs. Like that's what makes me scared. It's not just his arm, it's his legs. If he can extend plays, you have to make sure that Josh Allen isn't extending plays.
I agree.
That is a good point.
Extend that play, the longer it goes, the worse it's gonna get. You don't, and I don't know if I would want to say that to keep Josh. If I was Denver, I'd rather them be running the ball than have Josh Allen. I'd be trying to force them to like. I wouldn't say force their hand. I'm trying to think of how to say it. Force them to run the ball, I think is what I'm trying to say. And when it comes to Buffalo, I think that they should be trying to force Bo Nix to pass the ball, because I don't think Bo Nix is as good a passer as people think he is. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just like trying to think like what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
Okay.
I tell you, definitely is gonna come to coaching in the fourth quarter. Sean Payton is a mastermind in the fourth quarter for some reason. If they can get a hold of that, it depends on what's going on. Honestly,
Like,
second half.
Peter, what you got for me, Peter?
Oh shit, my bad.
For
the Bills and Broncos, I've been going back and forth, but to tell you the truth, I think the Bills are going to make the upset and win that game.
So what is the game plan? What do you think? What do they have to do to get the upset?
Yeah, like what are your keys to the offense and defense getting the victory?
Basically, like how can I say this? Basically, just like keep the yardage on like second and 7, third and just keep the down and distance manageable.
Stay
You know what I
ahead
mean?
of the sticks when you try to say.
Yes, exactly, and basically just limit the turnovers, and they'll win that game.
Okay.
That's my opinion on the Bills, and
it's a good take.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Who's next? What game? What other?
I mean, JB can go. He
JB, what you got, JB?
And I'm gonna make another.
The mostest. What you got, baby?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, we got a
My
ghost.
thing was about to. Hey! What up? Man, Denver and Buffalo, man. I like the take. Bag made about Josh Allen. You got to have the ball in your hand. I mean, what kind of narrative would it be? I mean, this whole year, everybody's saying, "Hey, all these quarterbacks ain't there. Allen, you better make it," and then they don't put the ball in Allen's hand. Then, if they just ride Cook through it, or then still Allen doesn't do it yet again. You know what I'm saying? Even with Mahomes there, they did it a different way. We need to see Allen do it, especially if they want to paint him this image that they're trying to paint him as. But I mean, obviously, for them to win, man, Buffalo. In my heart of hearts, I think that Buffalo just has too much of the experience, like with Allen and some of the players. I think they take advantage of the Broncos defensively, or offensively with the tight ends and James Cook going up the middle. Denver's really suspect over there. With Denver, they need to make sure that they keep like the Bills need to make sure that they keep the foot on the gas, and they cannot at any point in time, especially in the fourth quarter, give up or let up. Right, like they gotta continuously be chomping at the bit, taking time off the clock, and putting points on the board, because that is what Denver does. Denver has won, 10 in a row, 11, 12 in a row, some shit like that,
11.
off of fourth quarter comebacks, and drives. Like that's Denver's cup and tea right now. Denver obviously has the advantage of being at home, and that also plays advantage in the factor of, them doing that. But like I said, Denver's been shown to be suspect against the run and the tight ends. But on that note, Buffalo, they can get beat too. They can get stopped as well. For Denver to win the game, though, man, I think they need to do the exact same thing. I think they need to attack, don't take the foot off the pedal, and on both sides of the ball. Like, they need to stop Josh Allen. They need to stop the Winter Soldier, because that dude is all out in the playoffs.
Did you just call him the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, I did.
They did call him the Winter Soldier.
Hilarious.
Wow.
Hey.
Winter Soldier.
Hey,
Yo, listen. I don't like it either, man. I don't like it either. Yeah, listen. And I think it's kind of crazy due to the fact that I think that every football player is a Winter Soldier, considering the sport played in the fucking winter. But that's just me.
Right.
Yeah, this is my own. Look, everything that he said was phenomenal. This is the only thing I don't understand, because there's a second person. The Broncos, outside of Jonathan Taylor, has not given up a 100-yard rusher all season long, but their running game is suspect. I just told you that one running back rushed for 73 yards, and that was Josh Jacobs.
Right.
Everybody else was 60 or less. But the running game, our running defense, who's number two in football, is suspect. How is that?
I took it as he was talking about his running game.
Hold on, Ray. Let me say this, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Might not have had, what's the name? Jacksonville might not have had a 100-yard rusher, but as a team, they carved y'all up running the ball. As a team, between Tootin, Etienne, and Lawrence,
T-Law.
and T-Law, they carved y'all up as far as running though.
And Allen, and between Allen and James Cook, I think that's very plausible as well. I know what you guys have done.
About Ray Davis.
Yeah, and then you got I just think that, man, like when you guys have given the yards up, it has been up. Like, so that's what they do good. That's what Buffalo does good. They're not a very good pass team. You guys are stronger.
That game that you're talking about, that we got carved up in.
It's not a knock to our defense.
That game that you talked about, we got carved up in. They had 81 total rushing yards, but we got carved up. I just looked at the stats.
So let's
81 total rushing yards, but we got
81 total yards.
Listen. Let me rephrase this. They carved you up with the rushing when they needed to, right? Because let me put this: like they got like Trevor Lawrence got crucial third down conversions using his legs.
I won't lie. You're right. We got smacked in the mouth, but you act like we can't learn anything from getting smacked in the mouth.
Oh, no,
wait,
that's the best teacher. That's the best teacher, to be honest.
And I'm like, y'all look at Jacksonville themselves, the team that people were talking about. Jacksonville got smacked in the mouth by Houston, and then went on a 7-game winning streak. Houston got smacked in the mouth and went on a 9-game winning streak. I think it's 10 now. 10-game winning streak. But I mean,
I
y'all
think
act like my team can't.
no, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think we're saying that. We're saying that we're just giving credit to if there's a way to beat y'all. Because like again, yeah, you're gonna have a great all around defense, but you have that like if there's a chink, some type of chink in your armor with the Bills' strengths, that's probably one of the best ways of having the highest chance of winning. We're not saying that your rushing defense is not like that, right? We're just saying that we have a 1,500-yard rusher on that team. We have a mobile quarterback. One of the Bills' very strengths, especially in the postseason, is running the ball. Like it's nothing to do with we're not trying to say your defense can't do it because again, the Bills are the underdogs in that game.
No. What I'm saying, I understand. I understand fully if y'all say something like, "I believe that Cooks, the combination of Cooks and Allen can subdue the Broncos' running defense." But I've heard the running defense. I've heard y'all comments. The running defense is suspect. Really? No, it's not.
I ain't saying that.
Can y'all beat? Could y'all beat it? I don't know. That's why games are meant to be played.
Hufanga comes down and plays the run crazy.
Hufanga has stepped up and pretty much solidified. Like he's
He's a dog.
You can't forget about he's made his presence felt, especially in the run game.
Greenlaw's back too.
About Greenlaw.
In Greenlaw, right? What I was saying is this. Let me say this, right? And let me rephrase it in this way, right? So we can put everything in perspective. The way Jacksonville used the run in crucial situational moments made the major rushing defense look worse than what it really was because of the situation in which they got the yards in.
Now I'm gonna tell you this: if they start running the ball with Sean Payton, Sean Payton starts running the ball and R.J. Harvey.
I was about to say Sean Payton.
R.J. Harvey.
Sean Payton ain't running the ball.
I'm talking about Payton, but I'm talking about if the running backs are eating up Buffalo, Sean Payton gonna stay with the run. He ain't gonna go and say, "Well, I don't feel like running
it's playoff ball."
That was the dumbest decision ever.
Do you agree with that though? Do you agree with the rushing yards they got in the situations in which they got them made it look major rush defense look worse than what it really was?
I can understand that. You are correct. They took advantage and they got it. Look, we were the best third. We still are the best third down defensive team, and they kept killing us on third down. That is a very key point. We're the best third down defensive team.
Say unaliving.
Unalive. They found a way to get us on third down.
Okay.
And another point I want to somebody said earlier too about because we don't talk a lot about it is the Bills last week, right? And I want to talk about Christian Kirk too because this happens a lot in playoff games where you have these couple guys that step up, right? Last week it was Khalil Shakir, Tre'Davious White. We didn't think Tre'Davious White showed that he still got a little left in the tank. And we don't know what type of Tre'Davious White we're going to see this week, right? But it's key situations. And I think when it comes to Josh Allen, yes, Bags, I agree, right? I want to see that narrative. I want to see that narrative tested because everybody's talking about Josh Allen, right? In terms of, let him be that guy that everybody say he is, right? But I was just mainly talking about just what it takes to win it, right? But I totally agree. I want to see that narrative, the test of that narrative, how true it is. But again, it's gonna come down to guys stepping up too, because I'm gonna point out with the Texans situation, right? We were talking about their offense. One guy that stepped up last week was Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
Right? There are going to be, and I think the thing with the Bills is they have a couple guys like Curtis Samuel, Brandon Cooks.
Samuels is down.
All right, Curtis Samuels might not play, but Brandon Cooks, somebody said Ray Davis earlier, Todd Johnson. Yeah. They have guys here where we don't have them. A coach is not going to game plan for them the whole entire week, right? But people have their moments, and when they have that moment, it's going to come down to somebody stepping up. You know what I'm saying? And then with the Broncos, the key situation I heard was was mainly like them not getting penalized.
More touches, bro. McLaughlin.
I only said it and brought you up is because you're the first one that went and I agree to everything you just said, but I just get so tired. You know how I feel about.
Yeah, I know. I'm agree. I agree, especially with the Lamar and Josh. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. People going to get humbled because if the Bills somehow do win, right? They're not gonna consider that certain guys stepped up. They're gonna say that Josh Allen and I'm totally against that because I guarantee you this: there's always gonna be a guy that's gonna do his job on whether it's Tre'Davious White on the defense,
right, or
whether it's a running back like Ray Davis or special teams, right? So it's like, yeah, people are gonna say that, but when people say that, I'm like, I don't pay them no mind, especially when it comes to like the comparison to the quarterbacks.
I'm with you on that one because I'm tired of this narrative that this is the easiest path Josh Allen has to the Super Bowl ever. You know, I'm tired of that narrative.
Well,
you know, I'm like, wow.
But it is though.
I don't think it is because you got two of the top three
Mahomes
defenses
not
in
in
the
there,
league.
it makes it easy for him.
Yes,
on, man.
Yes.
That's the only reason.
I mean,
yes.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that. You know, you got to face the Broncos defense as top
you gotta
three.
play the
Broncos. You got to play the Texans if they beat the Patriots.
You're taking it as a shot at the Broncos.
It's a shot. It's a shot at every other team in the AFC. Like they ain't shit. It is a shot at every other team. That Josh Allen is so superior that he should be able to beat any other team except for Mahomes.
It's no. It's okay. So who's his Achilles heel? Who has he lost to the most in the playoffs?
You understand? He's not playing Mahomes.
Exactly. Thank you. You just said it. He's not playing Mahomes.
The first they don't say just Mahomes. They said no Mahomes, no Jackson, no Joe Burrow. So all three of these.
But we shouldn't be having these conversations.
Should make it easy for him to be able to beat everybody else.
We should not be having these conversations.
What quarterback? Okay, what quarterback that's left in the AFC is in the top 5 at the quarterback position?
This is the thing. You're a quarterback. You got to worry about the defensive side of the ball.
The person that might win MVP, and that's Drake May. I don't think he could, but he might win MVP.
Josh Allen's not going to go out there and score points on Patrick Mahomes. He got to go play the fucking Chiefs defense, the Broncos defense. You know what I'm saying?
We about to re-end this whole conversation again.
But that's my point. Like you talk about Patrick Mahomes. Bro, he doesn't have to play Patrick Mahomes.
Listen, chill out. All right, look. All right, hear me out, right? Just everybody cool out for 1 second. Hear me out. When Tom Brady got injured, and he was out for the whole season, what was the narrative for the AFC? The AFC is wide open because Tom Brady is not playing.
Thank you. This is your chance. If you're going to snag a Super Bowl in the AFC, this is your shot.
Nobody was saying, fuck every team. Nobody was saying every team ain't shit.
And that's true. I agree with that. It
was just consensus was the New England Patriots with Tom Brady at the helm have been dominating up to that point. Tom Brady is not playing, so therefore this is the chance right now. This will be your chance, your opportunity to slide in and get you a ring. You know what I'm saying? And get you a ring.
I'm with you, Coach.
And real quick,
if you remember that season, that was Scott Mitchell. New England still won 13 games and missed the playoffs.
Matt Castle. That was Matt Castle.
I'm Matt Castle. They won 13 games and missed the playoffs.
They went 11-5.
They were 11-5 that year. And
sorry, 11 games and missed the playoffs.
And Miami won the division because I think Miami finished 11-5 also, but they had more division wins.
Scott Mitchell played for Miami.
Yeah, Scott Miller played for Miami. Yeah, they had more division wins. They had more division wins than the Patriots, so they won the division that year.
And let me restate this and reiterate this. Like I said,
so it's not a shot at nobody.
Right.
It's
it's reality. Like it is what it is. Like this is what it is.
Can I finish the thing? This, like I said, it's not a shot at anybody. And if Lamar Jackson was in the playoffs right now, I would say the same thing about my Ravens and Lamar Jackson, right? Because the common denominator between him and Josh Allen is both of them have made it to an AFC championship and played the Kansas City Chiefs, and both of them have lost. I'm not, like I said, it's not a shot at anybody else. The reason why I say it is because when it comes to the insure, if you want to isolate just this season, yes, Drake May is in the top 5 of quarterbacks of this year. But that's not how my criteria for top 5 and top 10. You need at least 3 years of equity before you get pushed up into the upper echelon of the quarterback position. Now, with that being said, last I checked, in the top 5, you have Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and Joe Burrow. Everybody else is gone. The only person that out of those 5 that are in the playoffs in the AFC side especially is Josh Allen. So the playoff experience that he's had over the last 6 years has to account for something. The fact that he is, in my humble opinion, the 3rd best quarterback in the league, right? These mean expectations, right? And if him and the Buffalo Bills do not win the Super Bowl, and I'm saying win the Super Bowl, Sean McDermott's got to go.
Yep.
And if they don't put the ball in Josh Allen's hand, like I said earlier, to be the man and get the job done when it's needed to be.
Niggas.
Wait, cool, bro.
Whoa, what was that?
Way to go, buddy.
What the hell?
Way to go.
Kids getting out of school early. Kids getting out of school.
School got out early. Sorry about that, man.
No, you're good. You're good. It ain't your fault. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like I said, I want to see when with the game on the line, don't duck off and hand it to James Cook and, try to have him carry y'all. No. I want Mr. DEI MVP with the ball in his hand. Game time. Let's get it.
But Bags, I promise you, it's not going to go that way. He's not going to be that. Yeah, he's going to have plays when his number is called. But for them to win the Super Bowl, that's not going to happen. Like him single-handedly putting the team on his back, that's not. I don't see that as a realistic way of winning a Super Bowl. And even that's my problem. Like when we see teams actually perform, I'm including the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs had great defenses, right? The Chiefs had guys like Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill, all these guys, and yeah. Credit to Pat Mahomes. He's the head of the spear. But at the end of the day, we put narratives on these quarterbacks that we shouldn't, and that's the problem why we're having this conversation now. Because, like at the end of the day, realistically, you can't win a Super Bowl on just a quarterback. Like I don't care when Tom Brady was winning, it wasn't on just Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? I think the media put that narrative, and then like we were talking about earlier, fandom. And, obviously, I'm a Lamar Jackson fan. I'm going to defend my quarterback. You want to say Josh Allen is better. You make your cases for sure why he's better. And this is why we have these conversations. And it's cool. It's fun. But I don't agree when it comes to like, this guy was Superman. He the Winter Soldier, right? Yeah, the experience part, I understand. At the end of the day, Josh Allen is... Yeah, you got to look at it politically, right? Politics play a part. He should have the easiest way to get into to the Super Bowl. I agree with that. But that narrative, whether this guy is better than the other, I don't hold that.
Well, now,
You know what I'm saying? As the same value as other people do, bro.
Here's the thing, 101. Over the last couple of years, right? Over the last 2 to 3 years, right? Last 2 to 4 years. What has been the only team to stop Josh Allen from reaching
Kansas City
the Super Bowl? Exactly. So that's where the narrative comes from.
No, I know where it comes from. I just don't agree with it. I know.
Yeah. Like that's where it comes from. The
I
narrative.
know. I didn't create the narrative, right?
I know. No, I know. That's why I said the media. That's why I said the media and fandom. I understand they created the narrative.
All I'm saying is because the narrative has been the narrative, right? Stand on business, right? 10 toes. That's all I'm asking. But
I guarantee you, whether it's James Cook
Easier
or
said than done for these guys, though.
Dalton Kincaid or the Bills defense that gets them to the Super Bowl, that narrative is going to maintain that narrative. Josh Allen threw for 100 yards against us.
I know.
And what was the, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't Josh Allen that won that game, but the narrative was still put on it because fandom, right? We were talking about fandom, and it's the media itself, right? Colin Howard and Stephen A. Smith, these guys people watch every day. They say these things, and obviously, if you're a fan of the Bills, that's what you want to hear, right? But when you're a fan of football and you get it mixed up in terms of the X's and O's, because there are a lot of players, a lot of fans that don't know football in terms of how does a team work, like in terms of how do you win a game. They put it on a quarterback, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's politics. You just got to deal with it. But again, I'm not going off of that. I don't listen to those guys that say that. Like,
and I get that.
Hold on.
And I get that.
We got
real quick.
Bill fans.
I know. I'm gonna get right to him. I brought him up. I just wanted to say this one last piece. I agree with everything you're saying, my brother. Everything. And I can see, right? I can see how the game plays out. I don't care if he falls into the narrative or not, right? My point, if Dalton Kincaid, if it is Keon Coleman, Shakir, he's going to need somebody to help him. I get that. But I'm talking about situationally when, he needs to move the ball down the field or get a touchdown, that he is the operator, right? He is the pinnacle reason of why that play got made. Essentially, Cam, what's up, dummy?
What's up? I mean, I agree with that. I mean, there are going to come situations where he's going to have to show us what we put him in that category for. So I can agree with that. Yeah, but winning a whole game in a Super Bowl is going to come down to all 4 quarters of your team playing for you to get in those situations to give your team the winning game.
I can dig it.
Yeah, it was good, bro. I know you're a Bills fan.
This is what the Broncos was going to have to do, bro. Because my man Ed Oliver coming back, and the defense is looking better. So I'm gonna just say it like this: limit us from getting limit us from getting the ball like that, bro. And you better score, bro. Because listen, bro.
Are you talking about from Denver?
McDermott about to have both. Then the skies blitzes. Then the skies defenses. McDermott gonna run on both. Gonna have both mind all fucked up, bro. It's not gonna be all fucked up. He gonna listen, bro. We about to have that nigga.
Yeah, and what the hell, Cam? Before you came up, one of my keys to Buffalo winning was that I said because because Bo Nix is still young, there's still a lot of defense he hasn't seen. And one of their keys was to change the schemes up, was to show something, come out of it, not show something, get in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I said one of the keys was to have him guessing on what the fuck is he looking at.
Yeah, show exotic blitz, exotic lines up, drop off, some stunts. But
he about to be real.
Is Terrell Bernard? Is he playing?
Bernard gonna be back, but we don't even want Bernard out there because he been Shaq Thompson, who we got from the Panthers. He been giving us a lot better depth. Him and Milano,
he been getting y'all burn.
Yeah, Dorian Williams. Listen, I'm mad that Maxwell and Jordan Poyer not playing, bro. Cam Lewis is a pretty good safety.
Now they
Tre'Davious
said
White.
Kincaid had a light practice, but he had no injuries to report.
Okay.
Tre'Davious White been giving us. Tre'Davious White been fucking hooping for the past
That's what I've been
month.
saying. Yeah, he hot right now. He's hot at the right time.
Christian Benford going to do what Christian Benford do.
Yeah.
I just think that if this D line can get some pressure on Bo, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It really depends on our offense, though. With being down so many receivers, well, Curtis Samuel coming back, so he helped stretch the field. Ty Johnson practice, which we're going to need him. Yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle. It's definitely going to be tough. It's going to be in Mile High, but at the end of the day,
and a lot of people were saying defenses. I had low scores all across the board, all these games. What shootout you see happening in January? Because it can be defensive. A lot of these games, I do see, like especially division games, like the Niners and
I think
Seahawks,
we attack. I think we attack Riley Moss. I think we kind of go at Riley Moss, and I feel like that's where I'm expecting a decent game out of Keon. I really am. I think Keon is, but a matchup with like Riley Moss for Keon, he should be able to feast, and that's because you got the size advantage, bro. You got the strength advantage. All we need you to do, Keon, is just lock in, bro. Like that's it. With him, Brandon Cook's gonna stretch the field. We gotta work on getting our tight ends involved quicker. Because in the Jacksonville game, it took to like the fourth quarter for Kincaid to get like 3 touches. That's insane. We gotta get him going early. That's really it. And if we establish a run game, this shit over with. I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's gonna get ugly. If we establish a run and they can't stop James Cook, it's gonna get ugly. Respectfully, it's gonna get real ugly out there, bro. So,
that's what y'all have to. Y'all have to.
If we do, and James Cook cooking, oh yeah, it's gonna get nasty.
Because like I said earlier, if you can't keep them honest, right, and having that run game, and they get to pin their ears back and just go head hunting at Josh Allen, that ain't gonna fare too well for you, my brother.
But another thing too, though, with the Broncos and them doing that is they also have to play honest, because having a mobile quarterback like that, when you're going up the field and you're breaking contain and letting Josh Allen,
that's where the tight ends come in.
That's very dangerous, because Allen can torque his body any way he wants and throw a bomb because he got extra time. You know, when you're playing outside contain, you feel like you can get to him, and somehow he gets out. And now, it's backyard football. All it takes is 1 or 2 good plays like that, and that can be a game changer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a 1-play touchdown type stuff. So, they have a great pass rush. You know what I'm saying? But going against a guy like Josh Allen, behind Lamar, he might be the second best at doing that. So you have to be honest as a defense too.
Okay.
So, yeah. I think I look forward to that game the most out of all the other games, though.
Hey, y'all, this is what I want to talk about. This is what I want to talk about. Your boy Sam Darnold. If he can get it done and make it to the AFC Championship, do we start looking at him different?
I mean, the NFC Championship?
I mean, it depends on how he plays. Drake May got to the division. I already ain't seen that really that impressive. Yeah. So I mean,
I'm not. I say no.
Look, I'm gonna say this. Everybody let media tell y'all that Sam Darnold is trash. Sam Darnold has the most wins out of any quarterback for the last 2 years, and that's on 2 different teams. Period. That's on 2 different teams. But all of a sudden, he's trash.
I don't think he's trash.
McVay,
I don't think he's trash.
Let me ask you: do you think wins are a quarterback stat?
I think wins. The quarterback is a part of wins. I don't think a team that can win spite a quarterback. That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
If you win spite your quarterback, I rarely see that. And I don't see it when it comes to that many wins. that you once spiked your quarterback. You know, your quarterback had a lot to do with the fact that you got that many wins.
Yeah, but
now if you getting, like I said, if you getting,
go ahead.
I think you got a phone call.
I understand, but when you getting like 14 wins a season,
Mhm.
your quarterback had a lot to do with that.
For sure. But my pushback is just for me. Wins, if it's not contributed to the whole team, then wins are a coach stat, right? Because when they go up and negotiate their contract, they don't have passing yards, right? They're not getting tackles for loss. So they don't have anything on the stat sheet but wins and losses. So I try to keep everything in context and nuance, right? With Sam Darnold, quote unquote, having the most wins in the last 2 years. It's an accurate statement because he was the quarterback for two teams that won 13, 14 games. Awesome. But the reason why it wouldn't change my perspective and my narrative on Sam Darnold is because I've watched Sam Darnold his whole career.
Sure.
And I will give you, yes, when he got drafted to New York, it was a vital situation, having Adam Gase as your coach, Sam Darnold playing the way he played at the quarterback position. But when he did leave New York, he went to South Carolina. He went to Carolina with CMC. First 6 games was looking really good. All right. Then he goes as a backup to San Fran, learns a little. Then he had the breakout season in Minnesota. But when it came down to the 2 biggest games of that season that he won 14 games in, what happened? What did he look like? He knew because these are the big in the spotlight, right?
Yeah.
He needed to win the last game in order to be the number 1 seed in the conference, but also win the division. And then when he didn't do that, they had to play the Rams first week of the playoffs. And in both instances, you saw, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Because
I understand.
who Sam Darnold, who we thought and who I believe Sam Darnold to be in the biggest moments is who showed up. So even if he does it just this one time, I'm not going to change my perspective. I need to see it multiple times over and over and over again before I just let you get that card not having on, pinned up on your jacket anymore.
Yeah, now the reason I asked that question is because when he went up against the Rams, he had another shitty ass game.
Right. You're talking about this year, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about this year. When he had a big game against the Rams, he played like shit. He played like shit, not the team. He played like shit.
He had
that's that 4 interception game.
Yep. He had 4
interceptions. I'm gonna say I'm talking about him. As I said, I'm talking about him. He played like shit.
And the team almost won.
The team almost won. They did. I said, but he played like shit. That's why I asked that. You know what I mean? Because I feel the same way Bags does. In all the big games that, quote unquote, meant something, Sam Darnold's performance is like he can't handle the pressure of the big game moment, right? He can't. It's like under the big game lights. If it's a big game, whether it's regular season or postseason, if it's a big game, his PSI goes all the way down. His PSI goes to the basement, dog.
I mean, truth be told, like I said, he has to show up and prove himself. It's 2 things that he's showing up to prove himself for longevity and for money. I look at a quarterback back in the past who was good, but I didn't consider him to be elite. And it's what's the name's quarterback? One's quarterback.
Flacco.
No. What's the dude up at the top? One. No, not Lamar Jackson, but
Joe Flacco.
But
Mahomes?
About Joe Flacco?
Flacco. I thought
Yeah, that's what I
Flacco.
said, Flacco.
I thought Flacco was kind of he's good, but he's and then he had one of the greatest playoff runs I've ever seen out of a quarterback.
Right.
You know, went and beat Pittsburgh, then went to Denver, beat them, even though that was a miracle right there.
We started with the Colts.
The Colts beat the Colts, had the miracle in Denver, and then went to
Foxborough.
Foxborough and beat them.
And then beat San Fran.
San Fran. Look, one of the greatest playoff runs. What, he only threw one interception?
Zero.
I think it was zero. 11
He had 13
touchdowns,
zero.
So he had 1,370 something yards, 11 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions.
And that's right there when he was about to have his on his contract year, I believe. He got paid a lot of money.
Yeah, it was his contract year. Yep.
He got paid a lot of money.
120 mil.
Yeah.
Which I think at that time was the highest paid quarterback.
It was.
Yes.
I mean, look, it's about what you do and when you do it. This is Sam Darnold's biggest chance to do what he needs to do. And I'm with you. Look, if he doesn't do crap, I'll say he's crappy. But I'm keeping myself optimistic that he could do good.
So since you brought up Joe Flacco, and you're right, that's probably one of the greatest Super Bowl runs a team, let alone a quarterback, has ever done. Right? Like I said, he went and played a Rookie of the Year in Andrew Luck. Beat them. Mile High Miracle against Peyton Manning and Denver Broncos defense. Beat them. Then went to Foxborough, and we already know what Tom Brady and Bill Belichick were, especially at that time, right? Beat them. Then a red-hot 49ers team. And they, listen, if they, and I jokingly say this, like, but it's true at the same time. We were beating them so fucking bad in the Super Bowl, they had to cut the lights out. Right? And that's the only reason why they even were able to catch back up. But let me ask you this, since you brought up Joe Flacco. Even with that Super Bowl run, does that change your perspective of Joe Flacco? Do you think Joe Flacco is a great quarterback, like upper echelon elite quarterback?
I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's had a great career.
Right.
You know,
would you consider him
even
elite?
on? I give him credit because even on.
I think he was a good, but I don't think he was a great.
Yeah,
well, this is where I'm giving him credit on.
Uh-huh.
He left Baltimore and was on bullshit teams and balled out. He put Cleveland in the playoffs.
Oh,
I have to remember that. I have to give him credit for that. He put Cleveland in the playoffs.
Yeah, but let's add the context to it. He only played 5 games.
we'll be in the cashier booth.
Who was in the cashier booth?
I'm picking my wife up from work.
But also, if you actually go take a look, I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but if you go take a look at when like the Bears made it to the Super Bowl, Rex Grossman and Sam Darnold basically have very same ratios in touchdown and interceptions.
Okay.
It's very similar.
Wow.
I mean, the other reason why I asked about, do you think like Joe Flacco was elite after that run? Because that was an elite run, but that doesn't negate the whole totality of his career, right? That was his pinnacle, the high point. So even if Sam Darnold does go out there and ball out, you know, even makes it to the Super Bowl, shit, hell, even wins the Super Bowl, I'm not letting 1 year, one isolated incident, aka, you know, season, determine and change my perspective of who Sam Darnold is. Now, if he does that, and then the next 3 to 4 years with Seattle continues to do it, you know, in big games and shows up, now we can have the conversation that the perspective can change.
Okay.
But this is why I said when I'm ranking quarterbacks, this is why my criteria is I need at least 3 years of body of work. Equity matters because in order for a player to get a contract extension, they need what? They have to be high at their position. You have to get better every year, and you have to play 3 seasons at minimum before you're eligible for an extension. So if that's the criteria for the NFL in order to make the money, I match that as my criteria as top 5 and top 10, if that makes sense.
Okay. So on that question, I'm gonna throw somebody similar. What is your thoughts on Baker Mayfield?
He's a good quarterback.
Okay, because Baker Mayfield had a very good season in Cleveland, which got him all the accolades and all the commercials and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was butt cheeks until he got to Tampa Bay, and he had 2 good seasons in Tampa Bay. This season ain't really that good, but he had 2 division-winning seasons in Tampa Bay. So, how do you rate him as a quarterback career-wise?
I still believe he underachieved, right? Because he didn't get the extension from the team that drafted him. So this is the conversation me and Common always have. Like, he's a bust in my eyes, right? Like, he got drafted number 1 overall, and I get because of the who it was and how it played out in the context. Yeah, they took a shot in the dark for Deshaun Watson. Won't argue because he was at that time top 3 quarterback at best, right?
Exactly.
But also at the same time, Baker, if you do your job and because that Rams, I mean not the Rams, that's where he revitalized his career, but that Browns squad was nice. Defense started picking up. You had a young Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, right? Yeah. Then the offensive line was ranked top 5, top 3 for his last 3 years in Cleveland. You had Lounge, or what's his name?
So what you're telling me, Cleveland underachieved?
Yes, Baker and Cleveland Browns underachieved, even though they did win a playoff game, and it took within 20 years, 25 years. In that aspect, he was successful. But you're the number 1 overall pick, my guy. Like in front of Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and even Sam Darnold himself. But you didn't get an extension from the Browns. You got shipped off to Carolina.
So so Baker Mayfield right now, you would say is not a Hall of Famer. I would agree.
Hell no.
Oh, Cousins, come on up.
Same thing with
him. No, fuck no. Baker Mayfield, fuck no.
Yeah, no. Baker Mayfield. Far from Hall of Fame.
I'm agreeing. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm just fucking around with you, bro.
Speaking of Baker,
no, I like Baker. I'm gonna tell you what, I like Baker, but I think there's some things he's got to do, man.
Speaking of Baker, how did Todd Bowles not get fired this year, bro?
Because his quarterback is
that was
Baker
a
Mayfield.
lackluster.
Because he was ready to get. He fired the offensive coordinator.
I mean, like.
He got a manila. He got a manila envelope. He got a manila envelope.
But what a lackluster year for their defense too, and that's his place. That's his call sheet. So it's like,
I mean,
why
it's
does he
gonna be
still
like
have
that
a job?
when your top picks for the last 3 years have been all offense.
Yeah,
your defense is going to start to fall apart sooner or later.
And when
they're probably going to pick a defensive person this year.
When he gets up to management and they start having these exit interviews for the season, all he's got to say is, "Look, man, Baker Mayfield is my quarterback."
Yeah. I don't think Baker's the problem.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on this. Baker was a bust for Cleveland. He went to another team where it resurrected his career. But as far as I'm concerned, he is still a fucking bust.
I know I said that already, coming, but Yeah,
Oh, okay.
let's put it.
But I
He didn't.
but I think he's a very coachable quarterback.
Sure,
though.
absolutely. I won't disagree with that.
Yeah, because look at what Sean
Liam
McVay was
Cohen.
able to do with him.
Yeah.
Liam Cohen was able to do with him.
I agree.
You know, I just think that under the right, like, if I was the Buccaneers, I would make a huge case for Cliff Kingsbury to come to Tampa as my OC.
Why wouldn't you
If
go
he
after,
doesn't get a head
why
coaching
wouldn't you go after Mike McDaniel?
That's a good
or
look.
Mike McDaniels.
Or him,
Yeah, or Mike McDaniel.
Absolutely, I agree. But if you're Tampa, you have to go for an OC that is a hitter, not a miss.
Yeah.
Because then
Yeah,
you're talking about Todd Bowles really losing his job.
Yeah, even
I need
um,
Mike McDaniels in Pittsburgh. I need him to develop motherfucking Will Howard
Will Howard.
or see what Will Howard can do under a real offensive coordinator, just to see if he does have the potential of being the franchise quarterback or if not. Because I don't think it's fair to a young quarterback like Will Howard. I don't think it's fair if you don't have the offensive coordinator who even has a chance in hell of developing them.
Yeah,
Here's my problem.
This is the
though.
problem with that, Coach.
I think that Mike
Pittsburgh's had
McDaniels.
Three
I'm
coaches.
sorry.
They've never hired a retread.
Right.
And I don't think they will now.
The problem with Mike
we
McDaniels is
never
I
hired
think
a
he
what?
goes. I think
A
he goes to
retread, and
Cleveland.
I don't think they'll never hire him now.
I think that Mike
He's referring to it as
McDaniels.
a rehire, Coach. You've been
No,
preaching.
no.
Retread, like a retreaded tire.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, no. What
I
I'm
was
saying is,
confused for a second too.
No,
Hey,
listen,
big
I
words,
know
bag.
No, listen, I know as far as a head coach. No, listen, I know as far as a head coach. I'm not talking about one Mike McDaniel as a head coach because I don't think he's a good head coach. I want him as an offensive coordinator. I don't want him as a head coach.
I think that Mike McDaniels might actually get the Cleveland job, though. And here's my theory about that and why. My theory about that is because if you look at the way that Shador plays, he's right up Mike McDaniel's quarterback alley. And
I disagree.
Well, I mean, that's
Go,
fair.
Pack,
You can
go.
disagree if you want. Yes, go Pack, go.
The only reason why is because
Go
I
Pack,
think
go.
with Mike McDaniels, it might have been because his quarterback was Tua, and I may be looking too much into it. But his is based off of timing, right?
Yeah.
He wants quick, decisive, accurate passes. And it could have been because he had Tyreek Hill and Waddle, so he got speedy receivers. You know what I mean? So I may be, like I said, thinking into it too much, but I don't think Shador. One of his problems is that he holds the ball too low.
Yes, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So if Mike McDaniel comes in and he tries to implement the quick, fast, decisive, accurate passes, that's not Shador's strong suit.
I get what you're saying. He did have.
That's
though,
something that you can teach.
He was. Listen,
True.
Mike McDaniels was able to pull the best season out of Tua.
Yeah.
That I mean, and I think that Tua's a shit quarterback in my opinion. Sorry, not sorry.
That's your opinion. I'm not Tua. You ain't talking about me.
Right. So it's like I'm just saying like I think he could do something with Cleveland, but I do agree with everybody. I think he's more of an OC, dude. I think he should stick with being an OC for now until he can get a little bit more experience.
Well, there's certain coaches, and I always bring this man up because he had a head coaching job, and then he realized that he was better as a defensive coordinator, and that's why he stayed there. Was
Right.
Dick LeBeau. Dick
Right,
LeBeau
exactly.
Dick LeBeau had a head. He was
Great
a head
example.
coach for the Cleveland Browns. But,
Yes, he was. Yeah.
but he didn't have a good. He wasn't good at it, and he realized that he was not good at being a head coach. He was better if he only had to worry about the defense.
Yeah.
So he never ever threw his hat in the ring again for a head coach because he said he realized that he was better as a defensive coordinator. He said he'd rather be a great defensive coordinator than an okay head coach.
Yeah.
Is that why what's the name won't? It seem like he's not going out for a job. Defense coordinator at Kansas City.
No,
It might be.
Spags.
It might
Well,
be.
yeah. Partially, probably, yeah. Because dude
I
sucked
think-
his ass off as a fucking head coach for the fucking
Cool.
St. Louis Rams.
Yeah, because
Or
him
the
and
Rams.
both,
Yeah.
him
Same
and
thing
both
with Vic Fangio.
Vic Fangio both. I don't think they're good head coaches. I think they're better as DCs.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
and
for
and the
sure.
crazy thing though is Tennessee. I mean, they requested to have an interview with him, and he turned them down.
Yeah. Now, my DC, Jeff Halfley, I mean, he was just the head coach at Boston College, and he took them to multiple winning seasons, bro. Like, I think Jeff Halfley could be a head coach. Do I want him gone? Hell no.
Right.
But I'm a realist, bro, at the end of the day, so I'm not saying we're gonna hold on to him, but who
We'll
knows?
see. And that's the other thing is we don't also know what's at the end of the tunnel with Kansas City. Like, say like there's something that's set in stone with Spagnuolo not leaving. It could be deeper than what we really know.
Right.
It could be, maybe he's a promissory to take over to where he doesn't really have to coach the team. He doesn't have to worry about the offense. You worry to kind of focus on the defense and just, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, with Harbaugh, all right. Harbaugh, he's not an OC or a DC. His specialty was special teams. If nobody remembers before he became a head coach, but
I do.
He's going to have to really put together a good staff. And you're not just talking about an OC and a DC. You're talking about 15 to 20 assistant coaches, too.
Position
No,
coaches.
absolutely.
Like
Positional
everything,
coaches,
bro.
positional coaches, all that kind of. Listen, I've said this a million times, and I'm going to stand 10 toes down on it. You are only, as a head coach, you are only as good as your staff.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't care who you are. You are on. Listen, you go look at any all-time great coach, and look at who the fuck is on their staff.
Absolutely. And a pure example of that is looking at who Detroit was this year versus last year. And no shade against them, right? No shade. I'm not throwing shade. They lost 8 coaches.
Yep. And
it showed.
Absolutely did. Absolutely.
And actually
100%.
6 of them came to Chicago.
Yep.
6 of them came to Chicago.
Yep.
Yeah. And well, now I'm gonna tell you, like I said, and it showed.
Yeah.
And it showed.
It did, man. It did. And that's the reality of what you're saying. Like those linebacker coaches, those CB coaches, the quarterback coach, the wide receiver coaches, they all matter.
Yo, like I always try to point out the people, right? I always try to point out the people. Everybody's like, oh, Bill Cowher was a defensive-minded coach. No, he was not. Bill Cowher was a linebackers coach. He was a linebacker coach since Marty Schottenheimer was in Cleveland. He followed Marty from Cleveland to Kansas City. The whole time, he was a linebackers coach. That is why during Bill Cowher's tenure, it looked like we were just creating linebackers off an assembly line in the backyard because no matter what linebacker you put on the field, they would show out.
Right. Farrier, fucking.
linebacker
I
you
mean,
put out
every
there.
single one of them, bro. Every single one of them. It was insane, bro.
But that
Like
was
from
because-
basically from 03 to I would say from 2000.
Not for the 90s. You got to
Or
remember
no,
94.
95. Yeah, 98
Yeah, you got to remember
to like
94,
05.
95. Yeah, like, dog, no matter, we had linebackers for days. Like, dog, every
Yeah.
time we just had linebackers. Chad Brown, Greg Lloyd, James Farrier, Larry Foote, LeVon Kirk.
Forgot about Greg Lloyd.
Like Kevin
I
Green,
did too,
dog. Like, dog, no matter what linebacker got put on that field, he was good.
Yeah.
But that was because Bill Cowher was a linebackers coach. So that's the one thing that shocked me about our secondary with Tomlin. That was one thing that shocked me. You being a secondary coach, a defensive back coach. The one part of our defense that should have never elapsed was the secondary. That's just how I
Well, and here I'm going to
just
bounce
didn't
off of
understand
you on that and say that's exactly why I think, and I get it. It was his first year, but Aaron Glenn should have been fired. You can't tell me that a DB coach went into the
Facts.
Jets organization and didn't get a single interception.
Well,
That
Facts.
hasn't been done since
you know why he got grace,
1933,
Peter?
bro.
Nah,
I mean,
great.
you got rid of your best defensive player. You got rid of your best defensive player.
You know why he got
He
grace?
got rid of both his best defensive players and traded his best defensive
listen,
back
you know why he got
halfway in the
grace?
season.
No, listen, you know why he got grace? Because as of the trade deadline, the front office of the Jets and the coaching staff of the Jets had conceded the 2025 season.
Yep.
And you saw that by them trading away who they traded away.
Yeah, they did a flash sale.
And they only got draft capital. They didn't get no players.
Right.
So
and that's true.
So that was them telling you. So that was the Jets and them telling you we are conceding the 2025 season, and we're in a complete rebuild, and we're going to give the keys to Aaron Glenn, and we're going to let him see what he can do. That is why not getting the interception didn't look as bad to them as far as the front office as it did to everybody else.
Right.
Because they had already conceded the 2025 season. It was already in their mind. We ain't doing shit this year.
And the funny thing is that if before the season started, I mean, I don't know anybody that did it, but if you would have put $100 wager on FD that the New York Jets would not record one interception.
Oh, it was like huge.
Hey, Southgate.
1.4. It was like 1.3 mil in 75. Almost 1.4 mil off $100, bro.
Bills Mafia.
Yeah, but
Get up here.
Big. I don't even know where you would see that wager.
Yeah, I'm about to say, where did you find it?
You know, the one positioning coach that really
You know
changed
how
the
they
team
got,
this year was Al Harris. And I'm gonna say that, like, I'm telling you, bro, Al Harris.
Nashawn
And I
Wright,
hate,
bro.
as much as I hate the Bears, obviously.
Shut up, Teddy.
I just like, dude, the way he turned that defense around
Al
is
Harris,
insane,
the old
bro.
defensive back for Green Bay.
Yes.
Yep.
He will always have a place in my.
He's the
fucking heart,
defensive
bro.
coordinator.
That's my dude.
No, he's RDC's Dennis Allen. RDC's Dennis Allen.
Oh, okay.
He's the defensive back coach.
Yes.
Yep. He's a DB. Yep. And let's remember they have the most interceptions, I think, this year.
Yes.
They have the most turnovers. But does that make them as much yardage and as much points as they give up?
Pretty sure
Does
he
that
was
make them
also
a great
the
defense?
No.
They kind of break
Or
even
does
right
that make them
here.
opportunistic?
Yeah, opportunistic.
Yes, it's opportunistic because I'm a Bears fan and I'm like one of those.
What do you
Yeah,
think
I
I
had-
am as a Broncos fan?
I had it
I didn't
backwards.
see us being a number one seed. I didn't see us winning.
I
We're
did.
2 years ahead. We're 2 years ahead of schedule.
I
That's crazy.
R.I.P. to Jeff Hardy.
You know, and it goes to
Hold
show.
on. What happened
Wait,
to Jeff
what?
Hardy?
Passed away.
RIP.
No.
Jeff
R.I.P.
Hardy?
Jeff Hardy.
No.
Yep,
No.
yep. I just seen it in my group chat on my
No.
podcast.
No.
You talking about the wrestler?
Yeah.
Please, no. Like, this can't be.
Don't say
Bro.
Jeff Hardy is dead. Damn.
No way.
Damn, it ain't that big of a deal though.
I'm sorry. I'm unalive. Unalive.
Oh my God.
Damn, bro. I have a picture. I got a picture with that dude once.
Guys,
bro.
I'll be
Him
right
and his
back.
brother. I met them at an independent wrestling show out here once, bro. That shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a
yeah.
huge Hardy
They
fan,
were
bro.
my-
I
they were
grew
my-
up with
yeah.
this.
That, man, I
put it
I
back
hope
in
it
the
was.
freezer.
I hope it wasn't nothing. I hope it wasn't nothing out of pocket.
Yeah, I feel that.
Damn, he's the same age as my little sister.
Crazy.
Damn. He only 49.
Yeah,
My
that's
little sister will
unfortunate.
she'll be 49 in November.
There's no
My
way.
condolences,
That's
RIP to Jeff
crazy.
Hardy.
That is wild. Yeah. Bills Mafia. What up?
Yeah, A-Train said you need to fact check this.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
do be putting to deal. They do be RIPing people on the internet that do not be unalive.
That part.
They
Hey,
do be
Robert's
doing
a
that.
piece of shit. Robert literally just said that he made that.
Well,
No, he didn't.
Also, there's
Yeah, he did.
Also, it's not true.
Yeah, it's not true.
Yeah, see, y'all, I tell y'all, they do the y'all listen. Because remember they did that to John Witherspoon?
yeah. And then it's crazy because then 6
I
months.
instantly had to go to the internet and be
Because then
like, bro.
hey, Common, that is crazy because I do remember that. And then 6 months later, he actually did pass away.
Yeah, he really passed away. But I remember when they RIP John Witherspoon and he came out, he was mad as hell, like, motherfucker, I ain't dead. I don't know what the fuck.
Holy.
Yeah, they be doing, especially on the book.
Man, people be doing too much. That like just
I don't like that. I just told
They
him,
say he's
bro, why
dealing
you-
with a neck injury that's injured that's
What?
his career.
See, I just got bullying harassment because of stupid ass shit.
What, Robert made that up?
Or no,
Yeah,
it actually
somebody-
said I need to kick somebody.
Bullying harassment.
Bro, that's
Man, I
crazy
was
that
on
people
fucking- I was
would
on
go to
mute.
that extreme and make shit up like that.
It might have been me. It might have been me. I'll drop.
You come in good.
That's crazy, bro.
So-
Yeah, it
Doing
was.
too much.
I think.
So cousin Michael, how's Cancun?
It's all right, bro.
You know-
Drinks are
you know
nice.
I
The
had-
water's
You
good.
had me going straight to computer for this.
Listen,
man.
the water's good. The drinks are nice. The dolphins are yipping. We're good down here, man.
All right. Is this rumor true that you guys are possibly looking at moving from LaFleur?
Nah, dude. I think what's happening, why it's taking so long, is because I think they're trying their hardest to get Halfley back as well. So I think what they're doing is holding off because we have to extend LaFleur, extend our GM, and we need to try to re-sign our defensive coordinator. So I think they're trying to get all three things done before they start releasing like news of it all.
Okay.
So in my hopes, I hope that we can get every one of them back. I don't see a world we move on from Matt because that would be stupid. He would be the number one pick for head coaches this year.
Bro,
he would have a job within an hour.
I would.
He would. Look, he'd be instantly the next head coach of the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes.
Anywhere, bro. Seriously.
But personally, I think I know it sounds crazy, but I think what's face is gonna be the next head coach of the Falcons is Kingsbury.
No,
that's not a bad call.
No, they're not even looking at Kingsbury. They're looking at
No?
Knicks. I mean, they're looking at what's the name up there in Seattle. That's
Oh.
what Atlanta's looking at.
Clint Kubiak?
Yeah, Clint Kubiak. That's who they're looking at. That's their number one look.
Bro, them Kubiak boys, man. They know how to coach.
I mean, but I'll tell you truthfully, bro, not to throw shit at you, cousin Michael, but it's like, dude, I would hate to be a Green Bay Packers fan, blowing those massive leads, especially against us.
Yeah. And I think it came down to just like conservative play calling.
Yes.
It's something that needs to change next year. I think it's something that will change because if you see anything like there's a reoccurring thing that happens with the Packers is like anytime we do something really bad the year before, we make up for it the next year.
You guys always do.
Yeah, we always like learn from our mistakes. So I think that we need to get this extension with LaFleur because he still has a year on his contract. GM still has a year on his, but we got to get those extensions, and then we got to get Halfley back, bro. We have to get Halfley back. We got to run it back with a healthy defense. Because like we had so many injuries this year. We had Devontae Wyatt, we had Micah Parsons, we had Evan Williams out for a bunch. We had so many injuries, bro.
Bullard out.
You had Kraft. You had Kraft.
Kraft out. We had Jenkins out, bro. Elton Jenkins, our
Comment.
best line.
Is Kubiak part of the Shanahan tree?
Yes.
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 Yeah, he is actually.
Yes,
The father is.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, then, yeah, no, but they are though because they coached underneath his dad. Him,
Yep.
the Kubiaks coached underneath Mike
Well, he
when
was
they
also
went to
backup
fucking Washington,
quarterback.
didn't they?
He was
Well,
also
I
backup
think-
quarterback to Elway when he was the quarterback
Kubiak.
coach there. So yeah.
Well, Kubiak was the quarterback when Peyton Manning won it.
Yes.
He was the head coach then.
Yeah.
But man, like, guys, like, I tell you the truth, like, I'm so happy to see where the Bears are at because, bro, when I became a Bears fan, literally my first ever Bears game when I first watched the Bears was literally the Colts versus Bears, and then ever since I was.
Now you're worried they're going to be the Indiana Bears, huh? Gary.
Listen, they're still going to be called Chicago. They're still going to be called
Gary.
Chicago.
I'm calling him Gary.
Bro, I don't
They're not even going to Gary.
Hey,
they're
look,
going.
we got to be politically
they're going to
correct.
Hammond.
So that's why we're going to be called the San Clara Niners. You know, we got fucking a lot of shit to be changed, man. I mean, look, at least the fucking Raiders were like,
The
you know what, dude,
Foxborough
we're not going to
Patriots.
keep. The Raiders were like, dude, we're not going to just keep it the Oakland Raiders and move to Vegas. Like,
Yeah, like why don't they make
the-
it the New Jersey Jets?
The
Because
Arlington,
they be the New Jersey
Arlington
Giants,
Cowboys. The Arlington Cowboys.
No, they well, I mean, they actually do sell sweatshirts out here, New Jersey Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
like-
New Jersey Jet one, but I
that'd be
seen
funny.
New
The
Jersey Giant
Foxborough Patriots.
And
Yeah, like they
think
really
that's crazy.
they'll be. It would have to be both of them. They'd be the New Jersey Jets and the New Jersey Giants.
I mean, I got to be honest with you. Inside New York City, there are more Jet fans than Giant fans.
Yeah,
And
In Jersey, there's more Giant fans.
and I think that's crazy. Where they want to put it, I mean, because I live on like.
But the Jets are more downtown. The Jets fans are like Manhattan and shit like
Yeah.
that. When you go to Brooklyn and all that shit, they're Giants fans.
Yep.
There's a lot of Jet fans on Staten Island.
yeah.
But
When you go to Brooklyn and Harlem, they're Giants fans.
but the thing is, where they want to put it, in Indiana. It's actually closer. It's actually closer to Soldier Field than where Arlington Heights is at.
Yeah, I just don't like the move that you guys are moving to a different state, though. You know what I mean? Like,
but-
if I was a Bears fan, I wouldn't like it either. I'd be like, come on, man. Like,
But because of Michael, where they want to put it, I basically lived in this area my whole life.
that's your cousin?
No, like I'm just
I know.
everyone's
saying,
cousin, homie.
like okay, where they want to put the Bears is in Hammond. And Hammond from the Illinois border is not even 2 minutes away. It's not.
I mean,
even
I
2
get
minutes
it.
away.
I understand. Like, to
Hey,
me, like,
I get it, man.
I'm
Same thing
a
with the
Packers
Chiefs.
fan, and I have been since
Exactly.
1995. So it's just like all I've known is
Nah,
the
where
stadium being in
Cleveland,
Green
I
Bay.
think where
Here, I'll show
Cleveland,
you guys.
where Cleveland's supposed to move their new stadium is not in Cleveland.
Nope, I think it's
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 in the
somewhere else.
outskirts somewhere, but I don't think it's in Cleveland anymore.
No,
I don't think their stadium will be in Cleveland anymore. But the thing is, it's funny. It's funny where you play is not the city necessarily that you represent. It's just where your fucking stadium is.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well, because because aesthetically, bro, nobody's gonna want to see like the Gary Indiana Bears. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
aesthetically, everybody's gonna want the Chicago Bears.
Like,
That's why they should go back to the Washington
No, listen,
Redskins.
I get that, right? I get that.
Oh, yeah, they need to.
But listen, the airport. If you go, listen,
hey
if you
JB,
were to
can I get big screen real quick?
if you would have ever land,
Yeah,
If
as
you
soon as I
were-
find my phone.
look, if you were to ever land, if you were ever to land at the Atlantic City Airport. It's
Mhm.
in Galloway, New Jersey. It's fucking 3 cities over from Atlantic City.
So
yeah.
Like you got to go through Galloway, Pleasantville, and then Atlantic
I
City.
know where
Like,
Peter lives now.
like
I mean, I don't.
I
don't
got
know.
you,
I see what you mean. So
boy.
Hammond. So you're talking about that area, Hammond, right?
Hammond.
Okay, so it's
they would've-
really not that far
No,
from
it-
Chicago.
It's all right.
Holy shit,
Arlington?
bro! It's like literally like an hour away, probably.
No, it's actually 35 minutes.
35 minutes. That sounds right. Damn. Yeah, I guess so yeah, I get it. I understand it now.
And the thing
Some
is,
swag.
do you guys see where Arlington Heights is at?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Hey, y'all, I
see
gotta
that.
step
it's
down for a
like-
second. I'm coming back, but I gotta step down.
But
okay,
it's like if you think about it, taxes in Indiana are way cheaper than Illinois, and
Well,
also
yeah.
on top of that, they can build a lot more out in Hammond because where they want to put it is literally right by Horseshoe and Ameristar, and Ameristar's like really right there in Hammond.
Well,
And-
you also have like, less limitations of permits and shit like that. Because in
Mhm.
Chicago, in the city, dude, you're gonna have to jump through so many hoops just to get the permits and everything. So I
And
get it.
also on top of that-
It's definitely cheaper to build in Hammond than in Chicago.
I'm also on top of that of the governor.
Interesting.
I'm also on top of that. The governor is absolutely like screwing the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
well, hey, that's what they did here in Kansas City.
Just
You know what? Hey, you know what's crazy? Swag, did you hear this? That
He's a
Kansas City
goofy
now is trying to separate themselves away from Jackson County after they fucking lose the Chiefs. It's fucking crazy.
Wow.
bro, I'll tell you right now.
But yeah,
dude,
like you guys see like how close Hammond is compared to Arlington Heights.
I think. Well, and here's the thing, guys. You do realize the Green Bay Packers by the year 2031 will be the last team with an
Yes.
outside fucking field.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking insane, bro.
Nah,
Well, in the NFC,
that's
I
not-
mean, in the NFC,
That's not true.
In the
yeah.
NFC.
Yeah, I'm about to say because the Roonies have already said they
Yeah, the
will
Bills-
not put a dome.
The
They will
Bills
not
aren't.
put a dome
No, the
on-
Bills aren't
on their
either. But in the
stadium.
Nope.
NFC,
What's up,
it will be
Swag?
the last team with an open field. That's
Yeah,
fucking
the
crazy. bro.
Rooney said two things. They said they're not going to turf. They said because they lost too many players at Three Rivers, so
Yep.
they're not going back to turf. That's
Nope.
out. And they
Yeah,
said they're not putting a dome on top of their stadium. They're not doing.
I don't think there's ever going to be a time where Green Bay moves out of Green Bay.
No.
Like I just don't like. There would
No.
never be a time where Lambeau Field.
No, like the Gary
it's because
Indiana
of the way they ran,
Bears.
ain't it? Ain't it because when they ran, everybody in Green Bay owns them? Like,
Yeah,
for
it's the only
citizens or
publicly
whatever?
owned team in the NFL. It's the
Yeah.
only publicly owned one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like from my
So
How could they
so
move
here's
out
the
of
thing.
Green Bay?
They couldn't move anyway without that board of
Yeah.
directors
Exactly.
all voting yes to move.
Exactly.
No,
Because
the
Exactly.
city
you
would
Better,
have to
better
jump.
believe. I'm fucking
And I'll tell
pissed
you
that
right
my
now,
Chiefs
Green Bay,
got to fucking get in
Wisconsin.
the dome.
Green
I
Bay,
wish they would have
Wisconsin.
went and did the same thing that the Buffalo Bills did, because if you look back on old, which is crazy, because if you go look back on old development plans that the Chiefs submitted, architects, they submitted two different plans, and one of them was a rolling roof and that would cover both stadiums, the baseball and football. We could pick and choose, and the other one was the exact same design and build that the Buffalo Bills are doing right now,
Where it
except
covers the seats. Right.
yeah. Except back then, the reason why that was a failure was because they didn't know how they were going to get melt all the snow and shit that was sitting on top of the drapes.
And
Or,
now you
know,
have
the
fucking
cape.
like now you have
Now
the
you got the old,
capabilities. Right.
yeah. They got the what the Bears are using is that ultra violet red fucking light or whatever
Yep.
beam
Mhm.
shit
you-
that
and-
melts
and-
before it even hits it.
And nowadays you have better holsters as well, because with all that
Those
weight
are
back in the
facts.
day,
But
that would
but
collapse those
but
things. 'Cause
see,
we didn't have the structural like
I
framing.
don't even go with that because you go look at the fucking stadium that just collapsed due to snow in Minneapolis, man.
Dude, that was
Oh,
And that
crazy.
dude, I
wasn't too
remember
long
that.
ago, and that
I
stadium was not
remember
that.
that.
Watching
was not
that
too
video
long.
was insane, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you ever watch the video of when the
Yeah.
Superdome got taken over by the hurricane?
Yeah.
Bro,
No.
that was insane.
Yes. JB. They actually.
We just talking
this-
about stadiums and stuff, swag.
They actually have a full on documentary about it on Netflix.
On the New Orleans?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I ain't seen that.
Yeah, bro. That
Dude,
dude,
like people
that-
were complaining because there were so many people in that stadium at once.
That's wild. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I do actually no. I do remember like they used it for other things and such. It was I do remember there was a lot of bad stuff popping off.
Yeah,
from it,
man.
too.
They used it
Yeah.
for like a kind of like a refugee, like kind of
Yes.
area to hold people, and it got pretty chaotic, and some crazy things happened there that we can't say.
And
Yeah.
TikTok friendly.
and JB, like I'll tell you the truth, from my house to Soldier Field, it literally takes me 40 minutes from my house to Soldier Field is literally 40 minutes. And
Well, that's how it was. Well, that's how it was in Oakland. Like the people could walk to the people could walk to the Coliseum for the game. Like that, it was right in the middle. Like it was the neighborhood surrounding, like the neighborhood surrounding the Coliseum. Like they could, like people would just walk to the game. Like they
You
didn't have to
talking
drive
about
their car.
LA or
They
in
could
Oakland?
right down the street.
Speaking of Oakland, bro,
No,
like,
no,
damn,
no, no.
how bad do you feel for that city, dude? They took everything from that. Everything. Oracle Arena. Like everything, bro.
Yeah, they did do
Oakland
it.
A's, Oakland Raiders. Everything's gone. That is just it's a shame, bro.
Hey, they still,
Oakland's-
they still got their cannabis. They still got their cannabis.
Yeah.
They ain't lose everything. They still got the
The
cannabis.
only thing they couldn't take from them, that and Snoop Dogg.
Yep. But it's just crazy to see though, you know, because like when you think of Oakland, you think of sports, bro. Like you really do.
Yeah. No, yeah,
But
you're
it's
right.
just
You're
like,
right.
It's
Because
crazy to think that there's no active professional
you have
team in Oakland.
some of the best athletes that come out of there, out of California. You know, and here's the deal though, man. Here's the deal, okay? California has been known to lose teams, and so has Missouri. Missouri has lost majority of their fucking teams. We've lost, I think, 8 of them now, 7 of them or 8 of them, 8 different professional teams going all the way back to the 70s with the Kansas City Scouts, or maybe it was the 80s. But we've lost professional hockey team, basketball team. We've lost 3 football teams. So like, dude, now it's like the only thing that they can't move is the fucking Tigers. So
Well, listen, check us out. New Jersey ain't never had a professional team at all.
good. They don't need one.
No, we don't.
There ain't nothing to fuck. What are you guys gonna do? Build the fucking thing on the structure on water bottles in the middle of the bay?
Yeah, there's a lot of land. You gotta remember, it's a garden state, dog. Ain't nothing but land around this motherfucker.
Yeah, bro.
Ain't nothing but open fields around this bitch. They could
It's not
they
close
could
to
find a
build
spot to
anything in
stick a
Jersey.
stadium.
Really? Maybe that's why they built it over there, huh?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a lot of homeless encampments in Oakland right now.
Oh yeah, we did have the Nets. You right, Angelo. We did have the Nets, but they gone, so we ain't got none now. But you right, we forgot about the Nets. They ain't never do shit, so that's why they're kind of forgettable. They're like the Clippers.
And we had the Kansas City Kings, baby. We had the Kansas City Kings.
No,
Yeah, they're
comment. No, comment.
they're
Comment.
like the Clippers.
Comment.
They're very forgetful.
Comment. You have
Hey.
the Devils, you asshole.
Huh?
You have the New Jersey Devils.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them too. Yeah, they're very forgetful too.
Hey, you got the New Jersey Devils. That's
You
for
know
sure.
what? I'm not surprised the black man forgot about hockey.
Yeah, that's very simple to forget about.
I tell you, that Prudential Center is beautiful with a double play.
Yeah, where do they play?
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.